We've been waiting since February, haven't we? That chilling flash-forward episode with the flashing blue lights, the police tape, and the shattered wedding glass. Well, the time has finally arrived. Between Sunday the 19th and Friday the 24th of April, Weatherfield is hosting the wedding of the year, but someone is leaving the celebrations in a body bag. We've got a flooded venue, an absolutely brilliant sting operation led by Eva Price, and a dark mystery unraveling at number 8. Let's get right into it. Debbie Webster's breaking point and Carl's hospital dash. You honestly cannot mess with Debbie Webster. She's Kevin's sister. She went toe-to-toe with Ray Crosby, and she is certainly not going to let her own flesh and blood bully her out of the Chariot Square Hotel. The audacity of Carl this week is off the charts. He genuinely thinks he holds all the cards with this blackmail plot, swanning into the hotel bar, pouring himself a pint, and even firing poor Ryan Connor on the spot, just to throw his weight around. But Debbie is having absolutely none of it. Sue Devaney has been playing this tension perfectly. She refuses to sign the hotel over, instead offering him a lump sum to just pack his bags and get out of her life permanently. But here is the massive twist. Before we even see if Carl takes the money, Debbie gets that dreaded phone call. Carl has been rushed to hospital. Abby and Summer are completely panicked, and honestly, the theories are already flying around my head. Who put him there? We know he's been winding up Theo in the Rovers, trying to get him nicked. Did Theo finally snap and batter him in the ginnel? Or did Ronnie Bailey decide to step in and protect Debbie, taking matters into his own hands? Let me know who you think put Carl in AE, because I don't think it was an accident. Eva the Diver's brilliant street sting, I have to say. Seeing Eva, Leanne and Toya teaming up again has been a proper treat. It feels like the golden era of the Battersby and Price women ruling the street. They are taking no prisoners this week, and the target is Megan. The sheer relief on Megan's face when Kit tells her the CPS are dropping the case is sickening, especially when she instantly turns around and books Paris tickets for her and Will. It's a very dark, uncomfortable storyline, but the writers are handling the reality of grooming with a lot of care, showing exactly how manipulators isolate their victims. Maggie is at her wit's end, especially after a brutal clash with Will's mum Melanie. But Eva Price is not one to just sit back and cry about it. She channels her inner detective, raids Will's room, and finds a secret burner phone. The girls use it to set a trap, and when Megan rocks up expecting Will, she gets a furious Eva instead. The physical scuffle on the pavement is pure soap drama, but the smartest part? Eva slipping a tracker into Megan's bag. It's genius. Megan thinks she's walking away a free woman, but Eva is playing a completely different game now. Do you think this tracker is what finally brings Megan down to the station for good? Spoiler 3, Swarla's beautiful wedding and a fatal discovery. Before we talk about who actually meets their maker on the cobbles, if you're enjoying the theories and want to keep up with all the Corrie drama every week, just hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out, and I absolutely love reading your comments. Now, on to the main event, Carla and Lisa's wedding day. The Swarla fans have been campaigning for this for months, and Alison King and Vicky Myers are just magic together. Of course, it wouldn't be a Weatherfield wedding without an absolute disaster, and Debbie has to break the news that the hotel function room is flooded, cancelled, just like that. But Lisa, bless her, pulls an absolute blinder. She tricks Carla into thinking they're just having a quiet lunch, and instead reveals a makeshift, incredibly intimate ceremony right there in the hotel. No massive fuss, just heartfelt vows. The celebrations later moved to the Underworld factory, and honestly, I'm screaming at the visual of Roy Cropper turning up to the hen-do dressed as Carla. That is television gold. But the joy doesn't last. The February flash forward is catching up to us, and poor Betsy makes a horrific discovery outside, a dead body. The suspects and potential victims are stacked high. Could it be Carl finishing what started with his hospital trip? Could it be Megan finally paying the price for her crimes? Or maybe Theo's menacing behavior catches up to him. The tension is suffocating, and I genuinely cannot wait to see how this plays out. Theo's obsession and Todd's desperate escape. Speaking of Theo, he is completely out of control this week. He manages to corner Summer, spouting vile threats about Billy, and you can see the absolute terror in her eyes. Gareth Pierce has been doing some brilliant subtle acting lately, showing just how much Todd is unraveling under the pressure of being stalked. But I absolutely loved seeing George Shuttleworth step up here. Tony Maudsley brings such warmth to George, and seeing him march right up to Theo to defend Todd and Summer was brilliant. He is fiercely protective of his family. Theo is looking rough though. He's found slouched by his van, begging his son Miles for another chance, looking like a man who has lost everything. Desperate men are dangerous men, mate. Todd clearly realizes this because he makes the massive decision to pack his bags and flee to Thailand. It was so lovely to hear a mention of Eileen and Jason Grimshaw. Fleeing to his brother's place feels like a very realistic reaction to the trauma. But as Todd gets ready to run, Theo is still lurking in the shadows. He is watching his every single move, and I have a horrible feeling Todd isn't going to make it to the airport. Jodie's web of lies and Shona's panic. Over at number 8, the atmosphere is incredibly tense. Jodie finds a flyer for a haul mortgage firm called Hall North, and it absolutely rattles her. The blood drains right from her face. Then, in one of those classic, awkward soap encounters, she bumps into Olivia and is forced to introduce her to Shona. It turns out Jodie used to be Olivia's nanny, which completely threw me. But the real meat of the story is the stolen hard drive. Olivia knows Jodie took it from her father, and she wants it back. Jodie thinks on her feet and spins this massive lie, claiming the drive belongs to a violent ex-boyfriend and that she is in terrible danger if she hands it over. Now, Shona buys this hook, line, and sinker. Shona has such a big heart, and her maternal instincts kick in immediately, telling Jodie she needs to pack up and run for her life. But we know Jodie is playing a massive game here. What exactly is on that hard drive? Is Olivia's dad involved in something highly illegal, or is Jodie actually the one running a scam? Julia Goulding is playing Shona's panic beautifully, but I think Shona is backing the wrong horse here. Christina's grand plans for the undertakers. After all the murder, grooming, and stalking, we desperately need a bit of a breather, and thankfully Christina Boyd is providing it. Amy Robbins is an absolute powerhouse of comedy, and having her back on the street bothering George at the undertakers is a delight. Business hasn't exactly been booming at Shuttleworth's, so Christina takes it upon herself to act as his unofficial marketing manager. She is pushing George to take out a massive flashy advertisement in the Weatherfield Gazette to drum up some trade. It's so morbid, but so funny. George is a traditionalist. He likes the quiet respect of the job, and Christina is in there trying to turn death into a flashy billboard campaign. I reckon George will cave. He usually does when he's shouted at long enough, but I can only imagine how tacky the advert is going to look. It's exactly the kind of light-hearted northern humor the show needs when the rest of the street is dealing with absolute tragedy. What a week we have ahead of us. Honestly though, who do you think is in that body bag? Is it Theo, Carl, or someone completely unexpected? Drop your best theories in the comments below. I read every single one. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more Cobbles chatter. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.